And we are delighted to be joined this morning by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Dany Garcia, who you probably heard yesterday. Big announcement coming for some spring football, and we're going to talk plenty about that with the United Football League. But, Dwayne, first, how do you feel like you did as a celebrity guest picker? Because I think Dany wants a shot at this.
She wants a crack at it. I think I did pretty good. I might have been 50-50 with the picks.
You did better. You were on the leaderboard. Oh, yeah, you did really well.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Colorado won, too.
They did win.
I mean, it was
because of us.
Yeah.
Not me, obviously.
That was a good time.
How about this atmosphere with the college football playoff and where we are and getting started with the Rose Bowl this afternoon? What's it been like for you?
You know, it's just iconic. It's iconic to go in and see the museum and see all the helmets and see the history and just know that what's going to happen today is defining futures. And it's a blast.
And guys, keep in mind, Dany and I were kids together. We grew up together, University of Miami, best school in the country. The right you know what I mean?
The right UM, huh?
Okay. Playing at the Orange Bowl back when the Orange Bowl was rocking. So, Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, man, there's such great history here.
Yeah.
You also know the emotions that these guys are facing playing in a game this magnitude. You were on a stage like this.
Well, we were talking earlier about this, and the emotions that go into games like this where you got to put it all on the line. And, we were very lucky and fortunate to have been able to, participate in big games like this. So today's just such a special day, and especially here at the Rose Bowl, man.
Dany, a lot of this is like balancing emotion and tempering how high you are and not too low because how big it is. We just saw the Garcia companies there, and you are a dog when it comes to business, and I saw it on Young Rock and everything. How do you handle the pressure of the moment? If you were to speak to these guys, what would you tell them whenever they're stepping onto the biggest stage they've been on their entire lives?
I have an opportunity to have these type of conversations with our athletes in our spring league. So, it's staying present to what's happening right now. Every moment that unfolds is a moment for greatness. So you stay focused. They are absolutely prepared. They are 100% skilled. They've been working for this. They have great coaches. So this is their time and breathing and just staying right there.
Living. Yes.
Yeah.
Living in the moment. Dany always likes to say, and I've heard her say this to the players, is every play matters. Every single play matters.
Yeah, never know which one will be the difference. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what the great thing is? Usually for a lot of us, the saddest day of the year was always the last football game. And now we don't have to wait very long. The announcement coming yesterday about the United Football League. How did this merger come together with the USFL and the XFL?
Well, the USFL, after 2 successful years, and the XFL, our inaugural for us year last year, was just it just made so much sense. You had a group of individuals coming together and saying spring football is the way. You could see the number of our athletes who moved on to the NFL, who had invited to camps, and we had this incredible shared vision. And as we looked around the table at leadership to create the UFL, we couldn't be more excited.
All right, so we've got 8 teams.
Yeah,
UFL.
I agree. She was giving me the baton, and I was just so into it. Wow, thank you. I will say this about our partners. It is great, as Dany was saying about the vision of our partners. As you guys know, we here at ESPN and Disney, we've been partners for a very long time. Our new partners at Fox, just this combined leadership and vision, we got a real shot with the UFL.
Yeah, but before Reese has his questions, and I'm probably not supposed to say this, the XFL was 30 to 50 times better than the USFL. I mean, that's just a matter of fact. Number of players that went to the NFL, I think the ratings, the weekly competition. How hands-on are you? How did you come about making it? Is it a 50-50 split? What is it going to be going forward? Because I think a lot of us XFL fans, Joey Galloway called a lot of the games, are excited to see what's next for you guys. I think it's probably only going to get better, we'd assume.
It's a 50-50 split. And at the end of the day, we all collectively at Fox, ESPN, Dany and I, Redbird Capital, we want to grow the game of football. We love the game of football. And you get these guys together with Fox and ESPN and us, and the idea is how can we grow the game of football? How can we deliver innovative games, exciting games? But then also how can we create better opportunities for players? Absolutely. And that's what it comes down to.
Oh, we promised a big announcement. 8 teams, 2 conferences. Who are they going to be?
Okay.
There we go.
Here it comes.
Here we go. The 2 conferences. We're starting off with the XFL conference. We will go back to our Arlington Renegades, who are our XFL champions 2023, coached by the legendary Bob Stoops. after that,
Bob back in the mix.
Stoops is in the mix.
Yeah.
And then here it is, the Beer Snake, the DC Defenders, which with our XFL Coach of the Year, Reggie Barlow, who did such a fantastic job. This was a stacked team. We are so excited to be back there, see the Beer Snake. We then move on to one of our newer teams, the San Antonio Brahmas. You know, the Brahmas and the Alamo Dome hosted our championship game. We have the legendary Wade Phillips, who will be coaching that team. We are so excited to be back in that market. And then, of course, one of the, I would say, the most successful market in spring football, which was St. Louis. Our St. Louis Battlehawks, where Caw is a law, that passionate fan base, that great team with the passionate Anthony Becht doing his thing and leading them again.
They sold out every week.
The guys, we were averaging 35,000 fans there every week. It was very, very cool. All right, so now I'm going to give this a crack on to the USFL Conference. Our Birmingham Stallions, two-time XFL champions, led by veteran coach Skip Holtz. Enthusiastic fan base there in Birmingham. Then we're going to move over to Houston. So Houston, boys, was one of our overlapping markets, XFL and USFL. We decided to take the USFL Houston Gamblers, and we now made them the XFL Houston Roughnecks, and coached by Curtis Johnson, and we look forward to getting down there with the Houston Roughnecks. Now on to the Memphis Showboats. I love Memphis. That's where I started my wrestling career, making $40 a match. But that's one other time. The Showboats, man, they play exciting football down there.
Who were you living with in a hotel down there?
Downtown Bruno. Yeah, man.
I saw Young Rock. I see it.
You got it. Coach John DiFilippo, he's leading Memphis. And then finally we got the Michigan Panthers, led by head coach Mike Nolan. Hard-hitting Panthers. Went to the playoffs last year. Cannot wait. They're going to be a great team. How'd I do?
Great.
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Great. You're on the lead. You did great.
You know,
AC used to pay for them.
You know, last year, talk about creating opportunities for players on the day of the draft. Bob Stoops, I called on my phone. He said, Bob Stoops calling. And I was like, wow. And then a few minutes later, he said, oh, sorry, it was a butt dial. I was like, oh, I thought you were drafted. That would have been disastrous. What's not disastrous is the excitement this is going to bring. If you're pitching this to fans, what's the big sell?
The big sell to the fans is I'm finally going to suit back up again. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to go into 3 technique and get blown off the line. They're called Pat McAfee. Pat, get in there.
No.
Get back in there. The sell for the fans is going to be just exciting football, passionate football, hard-nosed football, but also we've talked about this before. I got to say it, 53 men on an NFL roster. I was always number 54. The chip that put on my shoulder is the same chip that all these players have. Every play matters. They got one shot. So imagine if you're number 54, someone comes along and says, you got a shot. You want to make it to the NFL? You got a shot now to continue to develop, to continue to expand your game tape and your experience, and let's do it in the UFL.
And if I think back to watching the XFL, there's some NFL OGs that were like, you know, my career might be done here at the NFL, but I have an opportunity to take some ownership of a franchise and some young guys and lead them the way. So you see some big names also who are proud to kind of carry the torch, I assume, of the UFL as the XFL and USFL merger.
Absolutely.
Great for spring football, Danny.
Great. You have a lot. And the fans are going to see, they saw it last season. Innovation, technology, rule changes. Every play matters. You never check out when there's 2 to 3 minutes left in the game, because that can turn around in a heartbeat. So they'll see that, except they'll see it double down because we have incredible broadcast partners and incredible partners.
League starts on March 30th, right?
Yep, league starts March 30th, and we're starting strong. We have champion to champion. Our XFL champions, the Arlington Renegades, will be going against the USFL champions, the Birmingham Stallions.
Let's win that one.
Let's bring that one home.
Can't wait. Bring it home. Can't wait for this. This is going to be fantastic. Danny, Rock, thank you guys so much for joining us. Wish you all the luck in the world with the UFL.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much,
Pleasure
guys.
to
So
see you,
much
boys.
fun.